everyone, today I'm going to be making eggless egg mayo or egg salad, whatever you call it. I hope you can hear me okay because I've got something on the hob there and also my extractor fans on, so hopefully it's coming through okay. So I'm going to use 100 grams of this extra firm tofu from Cauldron. I have used the Aldi one. I do normally use the Aldi one, but they didn't have it today. So this is 200 grams, so I'm just going to get this out and just drain it and I'll be right back. So I'm just going to cut this in half. Hopefully get 100 grams straight away. Let me just measure them both, see what's... Yeah, they're both pretty much the same. Yeah, okay, I'll just stick with that one. And what I'll do with the rest, I'll put it in a freezable tub and I'll freeze that for next time because I won't be using that straight away. So, and it's fine. I've found that it's not affected the texture or the flavour or anything like that. So I'm just going to break this up into chunks. I know some people call it egg salad, egg mayo. I just call it tofu mayo, and everyone knows what I'm talking about, really. So that's broken up into nice bite-sized chunks. And then I'm going to get 20 grams of this Hellmann's mayo. So that'll be 20 grams. And then to make it go a bit further, I'm going to put in 80 grams of this coconut collab yoghurt. It's not an overly coconutty flavour, so I don't mind using it in this. It's not overpowering or anything like that. So 80 grams. And then I will add a little bit of ground turmeric just for colour, some black pepper, some garlic granules, and then the eggy flavour comes from this black salt. This was from Amazon, and I know. So this is, it's ground black salt, namak, I'm not sure. This was from Amazon. I know for a fact I got some from B&M ages ago and it was in a grinder. But I've got no idea where that's gone. So I've now had to replace it with this, and it's just like a fine powder. It really does go a long way. A little bit goes a long way. So if I were you, if this is your first time using it, I'd add a tiny amount and then just give it taste test and see how you get on, because I think it's quite easy to ruin it if you put in too much, because it's just, you can't eat it, I don't think anyway. So I'm just going to put in, that's probably just under half a teaspoon. I normally actually just pinch it in, but yeah, so I'll give that a stir. So that's all stirred up. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a taste test just to see, but I'm going to do it away from the microphone. Yeah, that's fine. It probably could have used a little bit less, so just bear that in mind. It's not, I can still eat it, it's absolutely fine. So yeah, now what I'm going to do next is add my tofu into there. I don't necessarily think that this is something that can be made ahead of time for the next day, because I always find that the flavour just goes. I don't know, whenever I've made it, the flavour goes. It can't, the soul doesn't seem to kind of hang around long enough to have it the next day. Also as well, I probably would have, looking at that, probably put in maybe 70 grams of yoghurt, just because there may be a little bit too much in there for my liking, but it's fine. This needs using up, and I thought maybe if I just use it in there, but yeah, I probably would do 70 next time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it between 2 bowls, because I like this with cress. So I'm just going to put some cress in this one. Put some cress in there. So I'm just going to stir what's on the hob. Okay, so give that a stir. And then I also really like it with, I'm just going to put a few things away and then I'll come back. So I've got some little cherry tomatoes. I'm just going to cut those in half and half again. I know egg mayo and cress is the kind of go-to thing in shops and that kind of thing, but I do really like it with cherry tomatoes, or any tomatoes really. So I'm just going to give that a stir now and see if it looks like a good ratio. Yeah, that's looking lovely. So then I'm now going to add it to my cobs, my rolls, whatever you want to call it. You can put this in a sandwich. So I've got some cucumber, carrot and pepper on the side. This is my one meal a day. This is all I've had. I had an apple earlier, not too long ago. So yeah, this is all I've had, and it does count up to my daily calorie intake, which is about 1800 at the minute. I'm hoping to put it up to a maintenance soon, so I'm quite looking forward to that. Yeah, because I feel like I'm about there, I think. Yeah, I'm about done, so I'm quite pleased with that. It's taken a long time. It's taken you know, 3 years really to lose £100 essentially over. So I'm quite pleased with how it's gone. So there's the cress one. So that's that done. And then now I'm going to add my avocado. So I'm just going to get my scales back. And I'm just going to weigh it out on there. So just slicing into my avocado. Okay, as I've mentioned many times before, we do have the avocado tax in this house, which means the dogs get some of this. They'll know that I'm making this, even though the door's shut. They tend to recognise the sound of certain noises, or certain knives, or the sound of the stone being taken out of. It's really strange. So I've put down 100 grams in my diary. So I'll see what we've got, considering the dogs want some. So 95, that's fine. 95, that'll go on there. And again, you're probably thinking it looks like a lot of food, and it is. It is for some people, but this is my one meal a day, and it works out. It works out for me to have it like this. I don't find myself kind of overeating or that kind of thing, because that has been something that I've had in the past. You know, overeating, or possibly kind of like yeah, just not watching what I'm eating properly and eating too much, so like throughout the day. So this works for me, it's great. So just a little bit of salt just for my avocado, and then that's it, that's done. I hope that you give it a try. Definitely experiment a little bit with the black salt. That was, like I said, that was from Amazon. Start off with a small amount, like a pinch or a little bit of a teaspoon, because if you put too much in, it's going to be ruined and you're not going to be able to eat it, and it'll probably put you off, when really it does taste a lot like egg mayo, egg salad, whatever you call it, however you'd have it. Yeah, so I really do hope you try it and enjoy it. So thank you very much then. Bye.